Welcome to English Learning Through Story. Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Jack who lived with his mother in a small house near the village. They had no source of earnings. They had sold everything to buy a living. All they were left with was a cow who gave them milk. They were so poor that many times Jack and his mother slept on an empty stomach. Jack used to milk the cow every morning, but the cow had to be fed on fodder to give milk, and they had no money. So Jack's mother thought of something. She went to Jack and told him to sell their only cow. "All right, mother." Jack went to the market to sell the cow, and on the way he met a funny-looking old man. "Good morning, Jack." "Good morning. Where are you taking this cow, little boy?" "I'm going to the market to sell this cow." "Oh, child, you don't have to go too far for it. Give me the cow, I will buy it." "What will you give me in return for my cow?" "I have a special deal for such a good boy like you." "And what is that?" "I will give you my 5 magic beans." Jack was very confused. These beans didn't look like the usual ones. The beans looked exceptionally weird. They were huge, bigger than any other normal beans. "I don't want these beans. What will I do with these?" "They're not normal. They're magical." "Magical? Really? How do they work?" "They're so magical that if you plant them overnight, by morning they grow right up to the sky." Jack was convinced. He traded the cow for the beans because they were magical. Jack was very excited to show them to his mother. On reaching home, Jack smiled and reached into his pocket. "Just look at these beans, mother. They're magical." "What did you sell the cow for?" "These strange-looking beans?" "You sold the cow for some beans? How foolish could you be?" Jack's mother became furious and threw the beans out of the window. Jack was very sad. He ran upstairs to his little room in the attic. He started thinking to himself, "How could I have been so foolish? I sold the cow for beans." He cried in bed and fell asleep without having his dinner. As the sun rose the next morning, Jack woke up and looked outside the window. To his surprise, he saw a beanstalk so long that it touched the sky. Oh my God! Those beans were really magical. He decided to climb up the beanstalk. The beanstalk went up and up until it touched the sky. Jack climbed until he could see clouds floating. "This is awesome. Everything looks so small from up here." As he climbed a little more, he reached a big golden door shining with the rays of the sun. It swung open. It was a kingdom in the sky. It was magical. Jack was struck by the beauty of the kingdom. As he entered, he saw a fearsome giant sleeping on a chair. Jack was very hungry, so he slowly went to the kitchen and saw some fresh fruits and milk. Just as he went to grab them, he heard a loud noise. "Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." Jack was terrified and hid himself. The giant couldn't find anyone and ate his food. Then he took out a sack of gold coins, counted them, and went to sleep. Jack crept out and took the sack of gold, thinking his mother would no longer be upset. He slid down the beanstalk and gave the coins to his mother. She was very happy. A few days later, Jack climbed the beanstalk again. This time the giant took out a hen and shouted, "Lay the golden egg." The hen laid a golden egg. When the giant slept, Jack took the hen and escaped. For the third time, Jack climbed the beanstalk and saw the giant playing a beautiful harp. Jack took the harp, but it cried out, "Help, master! A boy is stealing me." The giant woke up and chased Jack. Jack slid down the beanstalk as fast as he could and chopped it down with an axe. The giant fell and died. Jack's mother realized it was wrong to steal. Jack promised to work hard and earn money honestly. Jack and his mother became rich and lived happily ever after.